So today in the morning, as usual, the first thing in my mind is him, as usual. But then I had a thought in my mind, which is my realization yesterday, that he came into my life at the worst timings. That time, I was still building my confidence. I was slowly building my confidence, and it is not stable yet. And then he came in, he shaked that a little bit, even though I really don't want to admit that, but his rejection really hurted my confidence. So this morning I was thinking about it, and then I was like, yeah, he's just a messenger reflecting my own lack of confidence to myself. If it's not him, there will be many other him. He already told me this lesson in the most possibly harmless way. It is not very harmful because he's not being disrespectful, and then I didn't get cheated on or whatsoever. So I shouldn't say that I am grateful for this experience because it is a bad experience, but I am quite thankful that I was taught this lesson in such a not very harmful way. He simply reflected that my own lack of confidence to myself, which I didn't realize it at all. If it wasn't him, I would have never realized it. And when I think about it, I was so sad. I literally cried this morning. Not because of him, but because of how bad I treat myself. I am a very good friend. I am a good daughter. I have all the kindness and positivity towards others. But then I used all the toxicity and negativity towards myself. I used all the bad words to myself and all the negative thoughts against myself. I would never ever have done that to anybody, but except myself. And I shouldn't be doing that. And this is the real case of the problem. It is because that I am not fully confident in myself yet. That's why when I got rejected, I was so sad and I was so painful that my confidence originally wasn't stable yet, and then his rejection amplified all of my insecurities and making me even more unconfident and making me doubt my own worth. But deep down, when we think about the root of the problem, it is my own problem. It is my own problem that I have been treating myself too badly. I actually, logically, I know that I deserve all the positivity and all the kind words and the confidence to myself because I have worked hard enough, and then I kept my own promises. I have been working on my confidence, and it does improved a lot since I entered uni, but still it is unstable. I am still not fully confident in myself yet. So this morning I promised myself, starting from now on, I will give myself the kind words to myself, like how I would give others. I would treat myself like how I would treat others. I will use all the kindness and positivity in myself as well. I don't even realize since when did I become my own biggest enemy. Like, it's probably many years ago when I'm still a kid, when I was suicidal. Like, since that time I've been my own biggest enemy. And it is sad, isn't it? Because you are supposed to be the one who is closest to yourself. You're supposed to be your own best friend. But I'm not. I'm my own biggest enemy. I think it's also partly because the people around me are very nice, and then I don't have any like actual enemies, so I kind of created an enemy for myself, which is me. I am my own biggest enemy. But you don't need to shame on yourself. You don't need to blame and use every bad word on yourself just because you want to improve on them. Like, oh, I have acne, so my face is big. Yeah, those are your insecurities. You can act upon them, but you don't need to hate on them. You can accept them, but still choose to act on them to improve. You don't need to take action out of hatred, out of negativity, because that's not a healthy way of doing so. So after I made that promise to myself, which is to give myself the most kind words as how I would give others, and then suddenly I had a very absurd thought, which is, would I become like narcissistic or egoistic if I do so? And then I was like, that's very stupid actually. Why am I already afraid of being narcissistic when I am so unconfident and insecure now? It is like a beginner at the gym being afraid of getting too muscular. It is just unreasonable. So why would I be afraid of giving myself kind words, of being nice to myself? It doesn't make sense. So yeah, I should treat myself better. Actually, I didn't hate myself. I also appreciated my own growth since university. But deep down, that appreciation is not like too much. It is very shallow and just a little bit of appreciation and confidence. And it shouldn't be like that. I lost so much weight. Back then I didn't exercise at all, and then now I've built a habit of exercising regularly. That is a big achievement. And then I also stepped out of my comfort zone. I initiated chats with my classmates as an introvert, and then I made so many friends. That is also a big achievement. I don't realize how big my achievements are. I don't put so much importance and notice on my achievement, but I kept amplifying all my insecurities, like, oh, my face is still big. That doesn't matter. Why would you focus on your own insecurities if they make you feel bad? And then those are not what you could improve on immediately. Like those couldn't be changed overnight. You should focus on your growth, your success, and how much you've been through to get to where you are today, to become who you are right now. Those are what you should be paying attention to, instead of your own flaws and insecurities. Focus on what makes you happy, because happiness is the ultimate goal of life, isn't it? So yeah, I still feel a bit sad for losing such a friendship or relationship. But today I feel much better because I started to feel confident in myself again, because I spoke so much kind words to myself today, so I was so confident. I got rid of my insecurities. I stopped putting so much focus on them. I still have those insecurities, but I just chose not to care about them. And that's it. That's all you need to do to make yourself happy. I've always wanted to be magnetic, but you can't be magnetic if you're not confident. If you don't have that delusional level of confidence on yourself. That may be a bit toxic, but what I mean isn't like when you're super lazy and then you don't do anything and then but you're still very confident in yourself. I didn't mean that. I mean that you put in the hard work and then you appreciate your own effort and the results from those hard work. You need to have that level of confidence in yourself to be magnetic. It's still a bit sad that things didn't work out. But anyway, I'm so glad to be taught this lesson that I should have more confidence in myself and I should love myself more. After all, he didn't do anything wrong and I wouldn't hate on him and I wouldn't hate on myself for not treating myself good before. You don't need hatred to move on from a breakup. I don't know if I should even call it a breakup. We never started. But yeah, you don't need negativity and toxicity. Yeah, I just want to be a kind person and a nice person. I'm still working on it. I'm still figuring out how to move on from this, but I know I will go through this one day. It may not be this week, it may not be next week, but I will eventually. Because I have gone through so much shits that I thought I couldn't go through before. Recently, I've been into running, and then when I see the slopes, I was like, there's no way I can go through them. I can't. My legs are sore. I can't run through them. But then when I'm actually on the slope, it feels not that bad. And then after a few seconds, I'm over it. And then I survived. So I will survive through all the obstacles, all the challenges in my life. As a video of me uploaded a year ago, if you can treat every bad experience as a challenge, you will be able to grow exponentially. And I'm not even kidding. Just by imagining how different of a person I would become after I go through this crisis, I would be super confident in myself. I would be limitless because I wouldn't rely on external validation anymore. I would validate myself enough, and then others' rejection wouldn't affect me anymore because deep down I know that I am worthy and I am attractive. Right now I still couldn't think like that, though logically I understand it, but you need some time to process your emotions. As how I said before, we don't have full control over our own emotions and thoughts. Even though logically I know that me being rejected by him has nothing to do with my own worth. It has nothing to do with my own attractiveness. He chose to approach me. That already proves my attractiveness. I'm not unattractive or ugly or what. Something does not work out, and it does not necessarily mean that I'm ugly or I'm not attractive. I know it very clearly, but emotionally I just can't help but feel so sad, so unconfident, just because I wasn't validated by him. Even though logically we know something, emotionally we are still affected. We can't control our thoughts. And it's okay. As time goes on, I will grow, and then I will be able to navigate more into my logical side instead of my emotional side. I guess that's it for today. For so many days I've been struggling with this crisis. I'm still going through it right now, but yeah, my life wouldn't stagnate. I will still continue to improve myself because I love myself and I am good. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.